Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where we dive into the most fascinating tidbits our world has to offer. Today, we're talking about something you use every single day, something incredibly personal, yet packed with secrets you probably never imagined: your voice. Did you know that the way you speak, those subtle nuances in your tone, your pitch, even the words you choose, could be a powerful clue to your health? It's not science fiction, folks. We're exploring the incredible world of vocal biomarkers and how artificial intelligence is turning your voice into a window to your well-being. So what exactly is a vocal biomarker? Imagine your voice having unique fingerprints. A vocal biomarker is a measurable characteristic, or a combination of features in your voice, that's linked to a specific health condition. Think of it like this: diseases affecting your heart, lungs, brain, or even your vocal cords can subtly change how you sound. Our voice is a complex symphony, produced by coordinated muscle movements and brain function, and even tiny disruptions can signal that something's amiss. Now, how do we decode these vocal clues? That's where artificial intelligence, or AI, steps in, like a superhero for speech analysis. AI, especially machine learning and deep learning algorithms, can sift through mountains of data in your voice, literally millions of features from a single sample, like the tech from Canary Speech, which analyzes over 4 million. AI spots these tiny patterns and correlations that our human ears would completely miss, helping to predict various health conditions. And what is AI looking for? It boils down to two main types of features: acoustic and linguistic. Acoustic features are all about the sound to of your voice: pitch, tone, volume, how fast you talk, even tiny variations in frequency called jitter, or in amplitude called shimmer. These are super useful, for example, in detecting Parkinson's disease from the sound of someone holding a vowel. Then, there are linguistic features. This is about the content and structure of your speech, the words you choose, if you repeat yourself, the complexity of your sentences, how many pauses you take, and how coherent your story is. These linguistic clues are especially revealing for conditions like Alzheimer's or mental health disorders. We also have paralinguistic features. These are the nonverbal cues like rhythm and intonation that add another layer of information. This is where things get really mind-blowing. One of the most promising areas for AI-powered vocal biomarkers is in spotting cognitive and neurological disorders early on. Take Alzheimer's disease. Changes in speech, like struggling to find words, understanding fewer words, or taking longer pauses, can be early red flags. AI models analyzing language have shown amazing accuracy in telling apart people with Alzheimer's or mild cognitive impairment from healthy individuals. In fact, a study in January 2025 showed an AI model could predict the progression from mild cognitive impairment to Alzheimer's within 6 years, with over 78% accuracy just by analyzing language from cognitive tests. Another 2024 study even hit 92% accuracy with simpler AI models. Sometimes, these voice changes can appear years before other cognitive problems become obvious. Then there's Parkinson's disease. It often affects motor control, leading to a quieter voice, a monotone pitch, or slurred speech. Acoustic features like MFCCs are key here, and studies show high accuracy in distinguishing Parkinson's patients. Some deep learning models have achieved incredibly high scores in detection. And it's not just neurological conditions. Mental health is a huge area. Changes in speech rate, pitch, and even the words you use can indicate depression or anxiety. Companies like Kintsugi and Ellipsis Health are already using voice biomarker tech to monitor mental health from short speech samples. The list goes on. Researchers are also looking at Huntington's disease, multiple sclerosis, and even conditions in children like autism and ADHD, where early diagnosis is so critical. But it's not all about the brain. Your voice can also give clues about your physical health. Think about respiratory conditions, coughs, breathing sounds, voice changes. During the COVID-19 pandemic, AI was explored to analyze these sounds for pre-screening, even cardiovascular diseases. Believe it or not, researchers have found vocal features linked to coronary artery disease. Some apps are even using voice tech to monitor depression and anxiety in heart patients. There's also work being done on heart failure management and even exploring links with diabetes. And Of course, it can help with voice disorders, affecting the vocal cords directly, and even assess swallowing function. So how do we go from you speaking into a mic to a health insight? It's a multi-step journey. First, data collection, voice recordings, maybe from a smartphone, sometimes in a clinic. You might be asked to hold a vowel sound, read a text, describe a picture, or just have a natural conversation. Then, the audio is pre-processed, cleaned up, noise removed. Next, feature extraction. This is where those acoustic and linguistic features are pulled out using fancy signal processing and language techniques. After that, feature selection, picking the most important clues. Then comes algorithm training, teaching the AI models using lots of voice recordings linked to confirmed diagnoses. Finally, and this is super important, testing and validation. Making sure the AI is accurate and reliable on new, unseen data before it can be used in clinics. You might be thinking, this sounds amazing, and it is. The advantages are huge. First, it's non-invasive. No needles, no uncomfortable procedures. Just talk. It's cost-effective, often cheaper than traditional scans or lab tests. Its accessible and scalable recordings can be done on smartphones, making large-scale screening and remote monitoring totally feasible. AI provides objective data, reducing human bias. It allows for continuous monitoring, tracking changes over time. And the big one, early detection. Spotting health issues before major symptoms appear can be life-changing. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. There are challenges. Data privacy and security are paramount. Voice data is super personal. We need strong encryption and ethical rules. Bias in AI models is another biggie. If AI is trained mostly on one group of people, it might not work as well for others. So we need diverse, high-quality, ethically sourced voice databases. Standardization is needed. How recordings are made, how performance is measured, and then there's clinical validation and getting these tools approved and integrated into how doctors already work. Accuracy and reliability are always being improved, especially with different accents or medical terms. I can sometimes hallucinate or make errors, which is a concern. But the future is incredibly bright, and it's evolving fast. Researchers are working to detect even more diseases. PTSD and multiple sclerosis are big areas of focus, with the dream of a single recording screening for multiple conditions. Models are being developed for more languages beyond English, like Japanese and Spanish, which is fantastic for global health. We're moving towards AI analyzing natural, unscripted conversations, not just set tasks. Generative AI might even help create synthetic speech data to improve training, though we need to be careful with that. Imagine this tech integrated with your wearables, providing real-time health monitoring. And there's a big push for pediatric applications, and using these as tools to help doctors make better decisions faster. And with all this amazing tech, we absolutely have to talk about ethics. Patient privacy, data security, making sure people know what their voice data is being used for, and ensuring everyone has fair access are critical. We need strong ethical guidelines to prevent misuse, like someone re-identifying you from your voice or creating fake voice clips. So there you have it. Analyzing vocal biomarkers with AI is truly a game changer for health. From early warnings for diseases like Alzheimer's to tracking mental well-being, the idea of your voice as a vital sign is becoming a reality right now. Yes, there are challenges, but the ongoing research, tech breakthroughs, and a strong focus on ethics mean we're heading towards a future where just speaking can unlock a goldmine of health insights. This could make healthcare more proactive, more personal, and more accessible for everyone. The global voice AI healthcare market is booming, and that tells you just how transformative this technology is. That's all the time we have for today on G Fun Facts Online. We hope you found this as fascinating as we did. Think about the power hidden in your own voice. Join us next time for more amazing facts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the episode. Until then, keep those curious minds buzzing.